a todos and welcome back to my channel. I'm elyce.behrsin and today I'm going to tell you the top things that you should stop saying to your Aussie mates. While my videos are usually based around Spain in particular, these aren't just things that Spanish people have said to me or say to me regularly. These come from people from all around the world except for New Zealand, because you guys get us. So these things are a mixture of myths, misconceptions, and then just some like really weird things that people say to me way too often. This is in no particular order. However, I will keep my personal pet grievance to last. But like, do you have nice beaches in Australia? Yeah, a few. I know you have beaches, but not as nice as the Mediterranean. So this one is specifically for Europeans. Guys, can you please consult a map? Have you seen how big Australia is? Did you notice that was an island? Science fact, islands are often surrounded by water. Have you also noticed that Australia has a relatively small population considering its landmass? Or the fact that it was only colonized in 1788, giving them less time to F things up. Although ScoMo is trying pretty bloody hard. Australia has one of the largest coastlines in the world, and if you're worried about the temperature of the water, don't worry guys, we've got you covered for tropical, subtropical, and temperate climates. Really the only thing we can't give you is an ice bath. And don't come at me with the Coastline Paradox. We don't do fractals on this channel. And what makes Australian beaches particularly special is that we have all of them. And you can see them either in high trafficked or deserted areas of the country. We have white sand, crystal blue water, surf beaches, bay beaches, coral beaches, shelly beaches, rocky beaches, pebble beaches, little coves, and the creatively named 90-mile beach, which is 90 miles of beach. Australia is definitely missing some things that Europe has. Beautiful beaches is not one of them. So please, just next time you meet an Aussie, please remember, we know our beaches. So I heard you guys like hate New Zealanders. Firstly, they're not New Zealanders, they're Kiwis. And secondly, we don't hate them. We want to be them. About 30% of my friends in Australia are actually New Zealanders, and about 50% of my favorite people in the world are New Zealanders. Wait. So they're better at rugby than us. They have a better prime minister than us. They have a better relationship with their indigenous culture. They have a way cuter version of our accent.
Completely different. They're like, where's the car? And we're like, where's the car?
They may have Flight of the Conchords, Lord, and Hobbiton, but we don't hate them. We're totally jealous of them. But isn't your whole country desert? So we have some pretty big deserts. They take up about 18 to 35% of the country, depending on how you classify a desert. But hey, remember guys, LANDMASS is important. Remember how big Australia is. It has a landmass of over 7.5 million kilometers squared. That's really big. So even if you remove all of the deserts from Australia, the remainder still gives us more than 9 Spains. And Spain's pretty big too. Or if you combined Spain, France, and Germany's landmass, and then tripled it, you'd be getting close to the non-desert landmass of Australia. That's a lot of math, but no fractals. Hey, but I heard you're like all convicts. The British are an industrious people. We're not the only place they send convicts. So next time you see an American, say hi from us. Secondly, Australia is objectively more a country of immigrants and refugees than it is a convict one. 28% of Australians were actually born outside of Australia. A further 21% of Australians have parents who were born outside of Australia. So that means that 49% of our population were either recent immigrants or very recent immigrants. And on top of that, 51% of Australians are at least third generation, which means that at least their grandparents were new immigrants, like me. Only 20% of the population can actually be traced back to convicts, and let's be real, so many generations on, they're probably more mixed than they are convict now. But everything will kill you. Yes? Yes, Australia is a deadly place, and all 25 million of us are very, very brave. So we do have over 2,000 species of spider, some of them being the world's most deadly. 140 breeds of snakes, some of them being the world's most deadly. But don't worry, only 12 of those species are likely to kill you. We have sharks, but remember, we're an island, and what did we learn in science class? In terms of natural disasters, we have a few. But what really annoys us is when you start talking about our sweet, lovable kangaroos as notorious killers. Yes, kangaroos box each other. Despite seeing them nearly every week of my life while living in Australia, not one has tried to pick a fight with me. People don't die by kangaroo, they die when they hit a kangaroo in their car, also killing the kangaroo. So please, don't hate on our mate. Also, life tip, don't try to pat wild animals, including koalas. They have chlamydia. And the last one, my personal biggest pet peeve. But which country is better? Are you joking? That has got to be hands down the most annoying question you could ever ask any foreigner, Australian or otherwise. And obviously, objectively, the best country in the world has got to be. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to like, subscribe, and comment below what you liked, didn't like, or what you'd like to see me talk about next. Anyway, I will see you all very soon. Hooroo! So I thought I would just end this video and let you know about what's happening in Australia at the moment. So since I've been editing, the whole east coast of Australia essentially has gone up in flames. It's really early for bushfires, and these ones have been exceptionally bad. Unfortunately, it's our native animals that really suffer in these times, especially the koala. I know I made a joke about the chlamydia. They do have a problem with chlamydia in their breeding at the moment, but the big problem for them at the moment is the bushfires. So I thought I'd let you know that I'm going to put some links down below in case anyone wants to help or find out any more information about what's happening there. I also thought I would just quickly also shout out to everyone in Australia who's been looking after these animals, who's supporting these organizations, to the fireys or the firefighters who are like helping them, and people who are losing their homes and everything in the bushfires. It's really shit, and it's really hard to watch from afar. Anyway, I just thought I'd let everyone know because you might be animal people too. And if you are and you'd like to support, I will put a few links down below to some of our better native wildlife preservation organizations. And I just thought I would share a bit of what's going on at the moment. I did record this video before this all started because I'm, a slow editor, and it just seemed like it would be inappropriate to make this video and not mention the devastation that's going on at the moment. Anyway, I don't want to leave on a total downer, so I'm going to add some photos of people doing awesome shit in Australia during the bushfires at the moment. So, yes, shout out to everyone down there.